Good morning and welcome to Cabby Mom's Loves. This is Carol Ann. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, I truly welcome you. If you're coming back, obviously I welcome you. I'm glad you're back. Today I'm experimenting with a little bit of new equipment. It's just being upfront and honest, and I'm hoping it works out well. I'm also going to be in the process of doing my morning cleaning of my piggy's pen. It's definitely late in the day to be doing it, but I've spent some time this morning getting ready to do that, and that included getting used to this equipment, getting it set up for the first time, and that sort of thing. And it's nothing complicated. It was just a little time consuming for me. So my piggy's pen is to my right here, and I'm going to be adjusting the camera and the view. I'm going to try not to have to hold it in my hand for most of the pen cleaning, but I am going to put it in my hands and show you a little bit around the space here, the room where I house my piggies, and my home a little bit. The piggies are housed in an area just in between my living room and my dining room, which might seem like a strange spot. I know a lot of people put them in a room in their home, but we have a 2-bedroom. One of those is ours, of course, and one of those is my husband's office. He works from home, so I don't really want the piggies in there. I don't want to be disturbing him, and he certainly doesn't really want that either. So here they are. So anyway, stay tuned, and excuse if there are any what seem like disconnects as the video is playing. I hope that doesn't happen, but it may. So I'm going to take the camera out of its holder right now and show you a little bit of what this area looks like when I'm getting ready to clean, and I'll show it to you a little bit while I'm cleaning, which it will become a mess, and then I'll probably show it to you again, of course, when I'm all finished and hopefully things are back in order. So thank you, hang on tight, and here we go. All right, so there's my piggy's pen. This is more or less what it looks like before I've cleaned. Yes, and I'm going to add a little bit of a clip of a video that I did earlier today of Abe. He's the one that just jumped and thought maybe he should run away from me. I don't know if he sees the camera in my hand and doesn't like it or what, but anyway, I put that little brown paper bag in there full of hay yesterday evening, and they kind of ignored it. But just a little while ago, I looked over, and all I could see sticking out of the front of it was Abe's nose and face. He was in it, totally enjoying the hay. So that's a winner, and I'll do it again. First time I've done that. All right, that's that side of the pen. This over right here is where Abe and Joey live, my 2 boars who do get along well enough to share a space. And then over here, there you go, that's Sammy. By the way, Joey's hiding. I don't know where he is. I think he's under that gray polka dotted blanket table hidey over there. He could be in the paper bag. Not sure right now. Anyway, he's there. Sammy is right here. Sammy lives in this space by himself, but he is fully capable of seeing, smelling, talking to, nose bumping his buddies over there. And that works out real well. So everything's good. Obviously, there's their water bottles. And his side of the pen doesn't generally get as messy as their side of the pen. But they both pile up poopies, all of them do, under the hideys and in the litter box, hay bin. I love this litter box. I got it from the pig room. If you've ever watched his videos, he does sell nice products, really nice. And it's a great litter box, but it takes up a lot of space in their relatively small area, and I want them to have just a bit more roaming space. So I ordered new ones recently, one for this side and one for that side. That litter box is a plastic container that I bought and cut an end out of it, just a little space so that Sammy can get in and out. And he does. It's okay, but I wanted him to have the real deal. So I bought them both. Both sides will have the same type, which will look a little more, how do I want to put that, consistent. There we go. And there's their food bowl on this side. He has a little one over there, and so on. So I've got some work to do. I'm going to set my phone camera back up in its holder so that I can video this and talk to you. Excuse me during the video if my back is to you. I don't like that, and I hope you can still hear me when I'm in that position, but we will see. And if not, I have a handy dandy microphone that I purchased. I just need to have a longer cord, or get a different one that's actually Bluetooth. I did not do that, so we will see, but I'm going to see how this goes, and thank you for watching. Hang on tight. Okay, so here we go. Dustpan and brush. First, well, hi Sammy, are you out? Are you out? Hi buddy. First I'm going to take everything out and set it all aside and out of my way. It's a whole lot easier to sweep and clean up all the mess with the stuff removed. I even removed the hay bin. Yes, I do. It all comes out. They say it all comes out in the wash, but sometimes it all comes out with your hands. Okay, buddy. I'm sorry. I know you don't love this, do you? Ooh, looky there. There's still some hay in it. You should eat that. Oh, another handy dandy little suggestion. Toilet paper roll filled with hay. Just stuff it in there and put it in their pen. They love it. They eat the hay. They nibble a little bit at the cardboard. That does not hurt them. They're happy. Some people call that sculpturing. The toilet paper roll. Yeah. You want your food left in there? No, you're eating hay. Okay. It's funny. When I remove their hay bin from the pens, all of them start running around the pen, eating whatever hay is left on the floor. It's like they think, oh my gosh, she took our hay. Like it's never going to come back. Yeah. I just noticed that one day, and he's doing it right now. All right. You're getting some good hay there, bud. All right. Let's see. What's my best approach today? I think it's going to be to take these little pea pads and empty what's on them onto this slightly bigger one that is also one of those, looks like a bath mat with a little bubbly surface. They're great for absorbing, but keeping a dry feel. They don't get as smelly as quickly, I don't think, and the hay brushes off of them easily. So I'm brushing all the stuff off of this little fleece pea pad. These are soft. I think the piggies love them because they are soft. So I put these on the surface of their hidey tables. So underneath their hidey tables, and they can go in and lay on these and sleep and piddle poo, whatever they got to do. No big deal. And then those go in the laundry. Trust me, I will have at least another laundry bag full when I'm done. All right, bud. Let's get this one. Excuse me. Thank you. What? Did I scare you? I'm sorry, buddy. No scaring required. Huh. Or allowed. No scaring allowed. I know. I'm going to go brush. No, I'm just here to do what I was doing. All right. Sometimes I brush them off onto another pad, and then I go brush it and dump all of it off at one time in the trash. Sometimes I take each one of these over to the trash bin. It just depends on my process for the day and what my brain is doing, which isn't always, it doesn't always make sense. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm still brushing onto the one larger pad. All right, that's good. Into the laundry. Hi, buddy. I'm coming back. What you think? Think I'm taking all your hay, do you? I'm not. I'm not. And I'm going to give you fresh hay when we're all done. You're going to love it. Yes, you are. You're going to probably jump right into it, although you surprise me sometimes, and you don't. You wait till I'm gone, and then you jump into it. That's what he does, Sammy. The other two, oh no, there's no holding back. As soon as there's fresh hay in their bins, they're in it. They are in it. What you doing? Knocking things over? That's okay. I know. They're in your way, aren't they? I know. Buddy. In a previous video, I spoke a little bit about my two boys, Sammy here and Joey on the other side, fighting sometimes. Furball fights, no blood, thank God, but yeah, definitely furball fights. And I mentioned that sometimes when they look like they're getting ready to do that, I take this and I just put it between them and kind of move it back and forth and push one and the other gently away from each other. And it prevents them from getting into that furball fight. Usually if it reaches that point by then, I'm separating them again anyway. I do let them get together on occasion for a play date. As soon as it looks like it's turning from a play date into a fight date, they're done. Playtime is over. How about it? There he goes. He's eating out. You can't see him probably, but he is eating out of the toilet paper roll, the hay that's in it right now. Yep. Yes, you are. Okay, let's see here. Around the edges. You always have to get the stuff that's around the edges. I tend to use my fingers, hence the gloves. Former nurse, just in my blood. I have to wear gloves when I'm dealing with poop or pee. It's just the way it is. So, I know most guinea pig owners don't do that, but I do that. All right. So, what I'm doing is there's little pieces of hay and little poops that are around the edges of the pea pads. So I'm picking them up and tossing them up onto the pea pads so that I can take them over and just shake them into the trash. And once I do take them out to go shake them, I'll come back and sweep up the rest of the little pieces that I didn't get yet that are on the liner, the actual liner. So, oops, didn't mean to do that, did I? Oh, all right. So, big pea pad number 1, full of stuff. I'm going to walk out of the camera view for a moment, go shake this off in the trash can, and I will be right back. And I will brush it with this. If it's too wet, I'll put it in the laundry. If it's not, it's going back in there. That one. That didn't feel wet at all. It wasn't really under his hiding very much. I did have the hiding on top of it for a little bit, but like I said, I use a little soft liner on top of that. So they tend to soak up most of the pee and odor too. These, I like them. They're bigger. They take up a good bit of the floor space. I use 2 on each side. And so if and when they're peeing and pooing other places in the pen, usually these catch it, which is better than having the liner catch it, because then you have to change that big liner more frequently. So this prevents that from happening, and that's a good thing. All right, big pea pad number 2. Doesn't have as much on it, but it does have some. So I'm going to take it and do the same thing. I will be right back. This one is dirty. It smells. It doesn't feel wet, but it smells, so it's going in the laundry. I like to take good care of my piggies as best I can. I'm not perfect at it. No, but I try. I try. And like I said, I'm still learning. So if you hear or see me say or do something that you know is really not good for the piggy, please make a comment and tell me. I want to learn as much as I can about being a good piggy mom. My handle on here is Cabby Mum. Cabby for guinea pigs, KB. MUM, which is more of a UK type way of saying mom. I kind of like it. My son always called me Mum. Even in emails and stuff, he would say, hey Mom. So anyway, yeah. Tell me. Give me all the tips and tricks you like. And don't get offended if I don't take advantage of them, because there are some things that I'm just a stick in the mud. I prefer doing it my way. No, that song is not my theme song, but maybe it could be. I don't know. What are you doing? You taking a break? All right. You go right ahead. I'm bringing your stuff back momentarily. Should I clean up the other guys first? What do you think? Or should I finish yours and give you your stuff back? Yeah, I hear you. All right. Now, I'm going to sweep up the rest of the floor and get the liner neatened up a bit with removing the pieces of hay and poopies. Yeah. Some people use a vacuum, which is great. I have a little one. It's a small shop vac type. And I've tried it. I just don't love it. I don't. It's got great vacuum. It does suck up the stuff, but it also sucks up the liner, the fleece liner, just right up into it. And I haven't figured out how to prevent that from happening. I've tried the attachments and different things, and it still just does it, so it just frustrates me. I'd rather just do this. There you go. I don't have 17 pigs, I have 3. So my pen is not, it's manageable, definitely. Okay, so I set down my dustpan and brush for now. I am going to return Sammy's stuff to his pen, and that includes his hay, his, you know what, I'm not changing his hay right now because those new litter boxes are supposed to be delivered today. They haven't been yet, but they're supposed to come. So I'm going to wait until they get here and then just fill them with fresh stuff and give them their new litter boxes. So for now, I'm going to put his old one back in. I'm going to top it off with some fresh hay on top and let him deal with that for a couple of hours until I get the new one. And then otherwise, I'm just putting everything back in that was in it already. I kind of like the setup. I think they do too, so yeah. All right. So, what do you think, Sammy? You want it back there? I think you did like it there. Can I put it there, please? Okay, excuse me. All right, good boy. Good boy. You knew, didn't you? When I come with these, you know that I'm going to lay them down and you need to get out of the way. Sometimes I also put one of these at the opening of his litter box. Their litter boxes are right where they go in and out because they're always dragging hay in and out, number one, and they all tend to sometimes stand on the outside of the litter box with their heads in the litter box eating. And while they're doing that, they're peeing and pooing. So this makes it a little easier to clean that mess up. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do that for Sammy. Yes, I am. There you go, buddy. And then I'll put your hay bin back. Yes. Okay. There you go, bud. All right. That is going to be used over there. All right, and I like colors, you know, if it doesn't have this nice sleek look that some people get, good for them. Like it's a modern house and everything's just perfect. I don't care, it's all right. They don't care either. Sometimes I think they like it. If who knows what guinea pigs like, honestly. I wish I could talk to them. I wish that when they chitter that I understood every word they were saying, but I don't. And I don't always get them, you know? So I don't know what they like. I do know they seem to like a soft surface. That I do know. And they all of these little pads have soft surfaces, so that's a good thing. The color, eh. That's me. I forgot his second big pad, the bubble bath type. I'm going to get one out. It's in a different container, and I'm going to replace the dirty one. It's table Heidi. I'm going to put it this way, so the long sides of that cloth are to the back and that side. So, because I like to see him when he's in there, all of them, so I try not to completely hide them from my view. They're little cloths that I have laying on top, little blanket things. They completely cover the back and the side that's away from me, toward the wall. And that way, they've got like a little tent in there underneath their tabletop. And I think they like that. They probably like it if the whole front is covered, to be honest. But I want to see them, so I don't completely cover. Here's your pellets, buddy. You want some fresh? You probably do. Yes, you probably do. All right, give me a second. And I'm going to top his off a little bit. This type. I have two different types, and I just kind of alternate because they seem to get sick of things, and I don't know. This is Oxbow Adult Guinea Pig Food Oxbow Essentials. Yep. I have one guinea pig who actually really loves this, but he's the other two. Not a whole lot I'm putting in here, just a little bit, just to give him a fresh. There you go. That was about an eighth of a cup. That is what they recommend. So, yeah, he's going after a little bit. And freshening up his hay, this is orchard grass. He already has Timothy left in there, and it's in pretty good shape. It's not terrible, so because it's not that old. It hasn't been in there very long, just since yesterday evening. So he's going after the orchard grass. That's awesome. He's got his pellet. He's got his Heidi. He's got his hay. I decorate for my benefit, certainly not theirs. Woodstock. Sits on top of his table, Heidi. Yep. All right. That's all I'm putting back in there for now. I have a few other things that I left out. I still have to decide if I want to put them back on right now. I don't think I do. So I'm leaving them and moving on to my other boys. All right. Now, their pen is a little bigger and harder for me to reach and get at. So you'll see me doing a little bit of the cleaning from this side, right here in this little corner. This is an L-shaped pen. So Sammy right here that I just did has 2x3 CNC grids. Over here, it's 3x3 back there, and 3 and 3. So it's more of a square. There goes, Joey's in the bag now. It's his turn. All right, I love it. I'll have to get a second bag so they each have one. I don't want them to fight over the bag. You know, guinea pigs do that. All right. Wow. You definitely liked the hay in the bag, but it is definitely a mess. You're eating it. I don't want to disturb you. I want to leave you guys alone. Okay. I think I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let them eat while they are enjoying the hay out of the bag. Abe is on the outside of the bag, just where all the hay has come out and made a mess around the opening of it. Joey is in it, eating hay from inside, yes. And I think they're enjoying that, and I want to let them do that. So I'm going to take a break, pause this, and I'll be back. All right, I am going to work on this side, so excuse my back, I apologize, and you may not be able to hear me quite as well. I'm going to be a little farther away from the camera. I may move it a little closer. That would probably be smart. You want to eat their food? Yes, I do. Sometimes I set their things after I've cleaned his side over here on his side of the pen, just because it's convenient, and then I can just pick them up, put them back in. Not all of their things, just some of them. And Sammy gets to feel like, aha, I get to mess with your stuff. Like a sibling, don't touch my stuff. Well, for now, he can touch your stuff if he wants to. But he may or may not. If you haven't heard me explain this before, I will now. This is Joey's Humpty. I thought about calling him Humpty Dumpty, but Humpty fit quite well. Joey is my probably more skittish and anxious little pig, and I find him wanting to hump. The other guinea pigs, if he doesn't have something else to hump, so a few months ago, several, probably more than several, I thought, I think I'll buy a little stuffed guinea pig and see what happens. I bought 2, and I put them, oh, that's a fib. I actually bought these after I got my first 2 guinea pigs, and about 6 months later or so, one of them passed away. So my other dude was by himself for a little while, and I felt so bad for him until I got Joey. But while he was without a buddy, I bought these 2 little stuffed guinea pigs and put them in the pen just in case they might help him feel like he wasn't quite so alone. Well, then I got Joey, and what I found out was that Joey actually likes to hump these little things, and he does. He still does. He does not try to hump Abe. That's the boy he lives with. He leaves him alone, but he definitely gives these guys a workout. This one in particular, yeah, this one. That just ended up being his favorite, probably for scent purposes. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So now this is his Humpty. And when I can tell he's getting a little anxious, worked up, maybe with his cage mate or whatever, I'll say, go hump your Humpty. Now that's one of those things you would never say to another human being, but I can say it to my little guinea pig. Go hump your Humpty. Put my hand into a pile in the middle because it's all on one of my big pee pads. And I'm going to brush it into the middle, and then I'm going to take the pee pad over and shake it off in my trash. Easiest way to do it. I've heard of piggies in a blanket, but not piggies in a bag. Come here, you. All right. This one's loaded with hay more than anything. Yeah. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to brush the hay that was around the edges of this and underneath it. I'm sweeping it down to the other end of the pen because I can reach it better down there. I can put it up on the other large mat and go shake it off. One thing I will say about CNC walls, I lean on them. Now I have them attached not with the little things at the top, but with zip cords. And I can actually lean on these and they give a little bit. They move with me. So if I'm trying to reach something that's kind of out of my reach, I can actually sometimes get to it with the give in these, and they don't fall apart. They just give a little bit. I don't push too hard. But yeah, and that has been convenient for a short person who isn't, you know, with short arms as well, to be able to clean and do what I need to do in my piggy's pen. So there are times when I still wish I was a little taller, my arms were a little longer, but I've been able to make it work, and I'm happy. All right, I'm going over to the other end. I am going to take the dustpan with me. I may need it for certain things. Hey, boys. Hi. Going back in your bag? Yeah, you like that? I thought you might once you got used to it and understood what it was for. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? You do like that. Well, you definitely have to get some more of those little bags. They're just little brown lunch bags. That's all it is. I just don't use them anymore. I don't have children who go to school or whatever. So I had no purpose for buying them. I brought that one home from work just to see how they would do because I had heard about it and wanted to try it. So lo and behold, they actually seem to love it. Yep. It's cheap. Cheap way to entertain and give them some of that enrichment we hear about. For sure. And that's what it's all about. Taking good care of them, keeping them healthy and happy. So, absolutely. And, you know, I know they're guinea pigs. I know they're not puppy dogs or kitty cats who will run and jump on your lap and purr or look at you with those big puppy eyes and let you pet them. But they are the sweetest little animals. They really are. And when people say negative things or look at you like guinea pigs, they don't have one clue what they're missing. Not a clue. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for a lot of things, but right now I truly am thankful that first God got me the job at the SPCA, because I believe he did. It's not a big deal job, you know, like somebody out there, oh my gosh, I've got to work for the SPCA processing adoption application. Yes, I'm going to make it big doing that. No, not hardly. But it is a very rewarding job, and it is how I learned about guinea pigs and other small animals. If I hadn't gotten that job, I would not, to this day, have one guinea pig. I would not. And I'm so enjoying them. So, yes, I'm very thankful for the job and for learning about how sweet piggies are, and for being able to own and take care of them. You know, we take our health for granted sometimes, but I couldn't do this if I wasn't healthy and healthy enough, and I am. So thank you, Lord, and thank you, Lord. All right. Now, they're Heidi's. This one does not have a blanket on it. It'll be easier to deal with moving it and etc. There's a bunch of little poopies under here, as well as a leftover treat that somebody didn't like. Yep, and a little bit of hay for sure. Not a ton. It's more poopies than hay on this one. So it's a smaller one. I'm just going to roll it up and I'm going to dump it into my dustpan. Yep, and there it went. Brush what hay is on it off. It was clean when I put it there yesterday. I'm going to turn it over. This is the kind that it's fleece, but it's a little thicker fleece, and it's lined with moisture wicking liner inside, and it has a back side. So I use one side one day, and the next day I flip it over and let them use the other side. And the water doesn't go through the pea. So yeah, it's good for them, and works for me. One last piece of laundry for the day. Yeah, and I do their laundry probably 3 times a week, maybe twice. It depends on what else I'm doing. I do work, and I babysit for my grandchildren on occasion, not every day. It's nothing consistent like that, but on the weekends, it's not uncommon. So, yeah. These two seem to enjoy it when I clean their pen. If I don't take everything out, like their Heidi's, and I simply move them around while I'm cleaning underneath them, they just get active and they start chasing each other a little bit, going from one Heidi to underneath the other one, almost like tunnels, jumping in and out of the hay bin. Just get some good exercise and activity, and I like that for them. So that's kind of how I do them. Sammy, he seems to do better with being active if I do remove everything. So there's a little method to my madness, little reasons for what I do, but yeah. So here, if you noticed, I didn't take everything out. I took some of the stuff out, but I left some in because it's what I kind of use to help them have some playtime, essentially. And they do seem to enjoy it. So, yeah. Once again, I don't speak guinea pig, so I can't be sure it's enjoyment, but it seems like it is. Yep. I am finished cleaning. Yes, I am finished cleaning their pen. Yay! And now I just need to put a few things back in my two boys, their end of the pen that I took out. I need to refresh their hay, and I need to give them just a little top off with their pellets. And I think that's it. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I will be posting it soon, and you'll know by the time I post it that I have. I don't know why I said that, but anyway. I love you. God loves you. My piggies love you and your piggies, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day and are well and safe. God bless you. We will see you the next time. One last thing, I'm back. I wanted to take my camera out of its holder and kind of show you what this little space looks like right now. This is always what it looks like when I'm finished cleaning, and what I have to do now is put all of these things away where they belong, sweep the hay and any little poops that might have fallen to the floor off of it, because that happens when I'm in the midst of cleaning. And I could take a picture again then, but you saw it at the beginning before. The other thing I do want to show you, though, is, yeah, there it comes. I want to show you just this area of my home where we have the pen. I'll show you the dining room. You can see it to a point when I'm doing videos, and the living room, which is behind me. It's all rather compact. Yeah, it's definitely compact, but that's okay. We love where we live. It's working for us aging couple, as a couple. Yeah, definitely. And the only thing that doesn't work about it, and you'll see when I show you, is storage space. I have things everywhere, and I hate it. I do not like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I really don't have storage space, and the storage space we do have is full of stuff we need. So some of my stuff sits around the rooms, and that's just the way it has to be. So I try to set them around in as neat a way as I possibly can, and I have just grown used to it. You know, I had to accept this is just the way it's going to be, and I've grown used to it. So please excuse that. If you are a neatnik and can't stand it, you might not want to watch this. but otherwise, take a look. Let me turn my, there you go. So here is my little guinea pig area, and this is the stuff that I've had to get out and use while I was cleaning. There's their hay, that's just a chair, there's the trash can and the dustpan, etc. This little shelf here also has items in it. I cover it actually with a tablecloth just for my sake. That's my idea. It's not great, but it's working at the moment. I do have plans to replace that little cabinet and that's shelves with a single unit that will fit right behind the couch that I can put all that stuff in, and will look a little neater. But you know, everything takes money, and I am a person who has to buy something with a credit card, pay it off, and then buy something else and pay it off, and so on. So it takes a little time, but I'll get there. And in the meantime, also, I am going to weigh my piggies today. So right now, it looks like I'm weighing the little Humpty, but I'm not. But I am ready to weigh my other guys. And anyway, so yeah, there's the laundry. Over here's their pins, little cleaner. And that's the underneath of their table that their pen sits on. Yeah, so over here and over here, I have a little half wall, both sides, with space between. That gives me us a break between this area of the house, which is actually the living room area, and the dining room. I like to set pretty little things around, so that's what's over here, and my phone case at the moment. Over here, my husband, he does catering as a small business on the side of his job, and he collects receipts all the time. He lays them right there on that, and it just makes a pile of receipts that's nothing but another mess, which just drives me crazy. So today I thought, what am I going to do with that? He does not want me to move them. They are important to him. He uses them to do taxes and that sort of thing. So I thought, I can't move them. He'll have a conniption. So I covered them with one of my piggy's blankets. Yep, that's what I did. Sorry. And yeah, this is the rest of the dining room. We have a decent sized table, and we do have family. We have family dinners, and most of us fit and sit at the table. We'll end up with a few that aren't. Kitchen, which I'm not going to go over to. And then back this way again is the living room. Excuse me, I'm stepping on things as I'm walking. Yeah, look what came while I was taking a break. The guinea pig litter boxes came. Yes, and a couple other things. But yeah, so I'm going to do that in a little while. I'm not videoing that. This is long enough. But yes, this is my living room. And like I said, we have things kind of sitting everywhere. And that is a blanket covering our Christmas tree. This is the back end of my guinea pig pens and tables. I have 2 tables that are also in an L shape. And underneath this one, there are also guinea pig items stored with a blue tablecloth covering all of it. This is our living room. I have plans for that keyboard. I did have plans when I got it as a gift from my husband, and that was to learn how to play it, but that hasn't happened. Not a little bit, but enough that I played one hymn. Yeah, I got through it. Yeah, the whole thing. It was awesome. But anyway, I haven't progressed from there. And that's just a corner and our couch and our other little couch. And this is the chair I sit in all the time. And that's it. So welcome to my home. Enjoy your day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And my guinea pig boys and I will see you the next time. God bless you as much as possible.